Dixon.
Tuned in to the Redboi Raydio. Tuned in to the Redboi Raydio. Tuned in to the nothing but classic hip hop and R&B jams. It's the Redboi Raydio Show.
All right, welcome back, family. It is the top of the hour's classic hip hop and R&B. It's your man Redboi. It's the Redboi Raydio Show. We are streaming live right now from the On Air Media Studios here in Dallas, Texas. And fam, I'm super excited because I got my guest in the building, y'all. It's about to be a wonderful interview. Let me go ahead and introduce you to my man Channel Dixon, my man Gabriel Moore. They are the owners, founders of Art of Homage, and of course YSMD Studio. Fellas, what's happening, man?
Man, excited to be on, man.
Man, glad to have y'all, dog. Glad to have y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It feel like we're official now.
Oh, y'all, yeah, man. Y'all really look. We all decked out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody,
we live.
Everybody got on something different too.
So everybody's looking at you and how fly you are in the get in.
Okay. Hey, I thought that y'all were gonna come here and try to show out because look, I watch a lot of y'all videos and y'all try to outdo each other. So let me see what I can do.
You got both of them. You got both of them. I mean, but the floor was wet. You dripping so much over here, man. Yeah.
Hey, riding the wave.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Like I said, family, they are the owners and founders of Art of Homage and YSMD Studio. These guys are doing some big things here, not just only in the DFW. And I say that because I myself was one of those cats who were looking online. I always see the sponsor on my page. So I went out there to purchase my first t-shirt from these cats and didn't even know that they were right here in the Metroplex in Arlington. So for those of you that don't know, they are right here. I ain't think it's that special. They ain't flying from out of town to come be on my show, okay? They right here in the DFW right family. So if you're here, make sure you go to their page, follow them, get yourself some gear. So fellas, man, what I want to know first and foremost, how did this whole thing come together? How did y'all get to where y'all?
Well, first of all, I want to talk about I'm the brains behind this.
Okay.
Let me hear this.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm the better looking one.
All right.
I'm the smarter one. People come in to see me. They don't come.
I want to see how far this goes.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nah, man, we met freshman year of college, man.
Okay.
Stephen F. Austin. He's from Fort Worth, man. I'm from East Texas, man. I'm from a little town called Henderson, 13,000 people, man. And we met freshman year and became best friends immediately, man. So we've been friends for what, 15, 16.
Yeah, now, I didn't know exactly how that was gonna work out because he used to wear these Burberry Air Force
Lord, okay.
on college campus, and he used to wear these big AI jerseys, man. I'm like,
man.
Oh, so you been dripping?
Come on, man. I've been wavy out here, man. I've been wavy.
It was dripped over there, really? Man. I mean, hanging off the shoulders and everything, man. So
listen to me, man. I've been had the wave. I keep the boy surfing.
No, man. No. I didn't know how it was gonna go, man. But we kicked off really early, bro. Really did. So it was it's one of those things where we both there at the campus.
Yeah.
We bumping into each other quite a bit. He always claimed that I used to walk around with these newspapers with like my own poetry in it and all this kind of stuff, man. But I was a spoken word artist. And I was actually starting writing poetry. Okay. And so the arts is kind of how we started. How we started vibing and stuff. Man.
Gotcha. So poet and you used to rap, right?
Yeah, I was rapping. And so he used to rap too. He won't tell you that part.
Okay, he tried to be sweet
Yeah,
on poetry.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
spoken
man.
I was
word
just doing
on
my
this, man.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
Okay,
Hey, but he won this poetry event, and they had him front and center on the page of on the front of the campus newspaper.
Yeah.
This dude was walking around with a thick stack of them, passing them out to people. Hey man, I just want you to know, man, I do poetry. Look at me on the cover of the newspaper.
It didn't go like that.
He's
That's
passing
not-
out, man. He's passing out papers on campus.
That was Instagram before
I said,
Instagram.
okay, man, I'll come to your little event, man. You passing them out, I get.
Right,
Hey,
right.
But came to the event though. He came to
Okay.
the event. and
Oh yeah,
then-
he's legit, man. He was nice with it.
Cool.
Yeah, so we just started vibing in, and then actually, I think we started going to a Bible study with Men of God Christian Fraternity at
Okay.
Stephen F. Austin, and we were going there. And then I think one day, maybe after the Bible study, myself, Tim, and another buddy, we just start talking. Went to his dorm room, and I was writing. We knew I didn't know what he was doing. He had legal sheets just full of like raps, man, but that he hadn't put like to wax. But
Yeah.
he had his legal pads full, and it's just like wow. And so our first wave of really doing things came through music, and we were doing Christian rap, and so we traveled as a Christian rap band with spoken word as well, and started got involved with Christian fraternity early on, and I think our Bible studies, man, went from like 6 or 7 people to 150
Yeah.
every Tuesday night on the college campus, man.
Wow.
And so it was really dope, bro. It was really
That's
dope.
what's
So
up.
that's kind of how we connected. So our first grind and mission was really in the arts and traveling, doing events and stuff.
And that's what's up. Now I'm doing my research on the website and whatnot, and I noticed that you put some on that channel that you had actually reached rock bottom. And I know some of us will claim rock bottom. What was rock bottom you to where you start building this brand?
Man, rock bottom, man, was we was getting out of college. Everybody was graduating and getting married, and we trying to figure out what we're gonna do. And for 8 years, man, we had done music every single day. We in the studio, we recording, we going, performing, we doing 40, 50 concerts a year. So we had decided we were gonna move to the Metroplex, and we just knew like this thing was supposed to get bigger. If we can accomplish this in this little small town, then we supposed to go to the city and make it happen. And we got here, man, and everything just kind of fell apart. And so I was like, man, so we all got degrees, we working corporate jobs, not doing what we really wanted to be doing in life.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was my rock bottom, because it's like, man, I've graduated, first person in my family to graduate from college. Was doing music, was doing what I love, and now I have a house. I got all these things that they say should make you happy,
Right.
but they really didn't make me happy. It's like, man, I'm the first person to graduate, first person to buy a house in my family. I got a wife, I got the kids, I got exactly what you're supposed to have and be happy, but I just wasn't happy. And so for me, it was just like going through the motions. That was my place of my lowest point. Just like, man, what is this all about? And so
And I think just even to add to that, man, it's like what do you do when you feel like you're on the right track?
Yeah.
And you feel like this is it. Like I know exactly what I'm doing. God, thank you for showing me the way. What's it like when that doesn't happen? And it was like probably the most uninspired time, at least that we shared together, where you think you're going somewhere and it just falls, man, and it fails. So that part was really tough during that time, man. Like you say, your family, your marriage, and his kids, and as black men, and we talked about this the other day in the shop, right? We're like, man, like for us, it's almost like you make it when you go to college, or if you decide to go to college, like that's it. And we're like, well, we did that. We didn't go to jail, and by God's grace, we're still alive now, and we're impacting people and had an opportunity to impact people, like not like it is now, but all over the country. Then, now what do we do? And so that was tough, man. And then we went from there to back to corporate America, man. We were probation officers and bankers and insurance officers,
The whole
and
nine.
behavior interventionists with school districts, and it's like, what now? Yeah.
Wow. So when would you say during that time when you did the corporate whatnot, what was that moment when you realized it's time for us to just turn in these badges or whatever and go do what we got to do to make things happen for ourselves?
Man, so like after we went through all of that space, like after like the music thing didn't work, so like about 2.5 years into that, I was like, man, Gabe, I'm gonna start working on these ideas, because I used to do the merch for the band for our group and stuff. And so he said, man, I'm picking up a camera. And so he went out, because we were so creative and artistic, we needed an outlet.
Yeah,
Right.
And so he picked up a camera, and I started tinkering in Photoshop, coming up with ideas and designs. And I was just like, man, bro, I'm really digging this worship, because like at the time, that's all I had. Like all I can do was praise God, because I'm in a space where I should be happy, but the things that I have acquired are not making me happy. And then God had to strip me of all those things to see that he was the treasure. He was the thing that we should be happy about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so in that relationship, worship became the thing. And it was, you know, that was our first start back into it. And so when I developed the worship concept and he was picking up the camera, he immediately started shooting, and I started designing and putting everything together and putting the, you know, the hats and the shirts and all the concept together. And from there, that's when it took off.
And it was a funny process, because we didn't know what we were doing at all. Didn't know anything about lights. We didn't know how to even create it from a different level.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, we've always been creative, you know, to just do it and make it happen. Man, we were in the living room, and our lights were literally, they were shop lights from Walmart. They were $7, bro. The ones that bend on the back end of it, if they just hit the ground and they clamp on those, bro. So we used those, and we had PVC pipe for the light stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Painted them black, matte black, to give it a cool look. That's where matte was in. So it wouldn't look like PVC pipe, man.
Yeah.
And so when the first hats came in, you couldn't tell us anything, though.
Yeah.
And our thing has always been like dreams in motion. How do you put feet to a vision? How do you put feet to your dream? And it's like, this is where we are now. But when we said it, just, hey, 2-3 years, it's not going to be like this, man. And so we really got it from the ground and just created it, and you know, taught ourselves along the way. So
Man, and I tell you, what a wonderful product y'all have created, man. And I'm serious. When I look at y'all's products, man, y'all apparel, the words that are on the shirts and the hats, they so simple.
Yeah.
But man, they say so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I don't mind rocking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's love.
And for me personally, I was at the Essence Fest, and I probably shared this with y'all already. I was at the Essence Fest last year, and I was interviewing a gentleman by the name of Tavio, and he does photography too. We just sit down. He actually works for Radio 1, and he takes care of their digital marketing.
Oh, dope.
But he was wearing this shirt and it said "Famous Enough." I was like, oh, okay, cool. I never asked him what it meant. I just thought I had already made up my mind what it meant to me. You know what I mean? So when I got back home and I kept seeing it on my feed, I was like, let me go ahead and just, you know, grab me one of these shirts, you know, because I want to sport it too. I want to see what it means to me. And I bought it, of course, and then bracelets, and here we are. I don't know how many stuff I bought for y'all now, man. I bought a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So
came in the other day.
Yeah, I had to come in and snatch up a couple
love.
hats the other day. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
And
that,
it's
bro.
bracelets for my son. So, because I think, like I said, man, I think it's a good product, man. It's a wonderful reminder that as we walking in this life, man, we're not perfect. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but man, you still want to express yourself. And you know, some folks don't even choose to go to church, but But I always find a way. Even if I don't make it, I gotta find a way to praise.
Right.
So it right here.
Yeah.
That's my way of doing it. If I don't make it, guess what? You know where I'm. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at. What I'm talking about. You know
That's
what
what's
I'm made
up, man.
of. So yeah. And this is one of the pictures I want y'all to. That's the one. The hoodies are famous enough, man. Jen, I'll let you tell them exactly what famous enough means. You go ahead and tell them. So.
Man, so famous enough for us is just not having to be validated by likes, comments, followers. Just be excellent at what you're doing and let it fall where it fall, man. So as long as you are doing what you know that you're supposed to be doing, and you're doing it with excellence, then you don't have to worry about trying to be famous, because if you're known by God, you're famous enough.
Right.
So I'd rather be known by God than men. That's the slogan for that line.
Yes, sir.
And so, that's meeting you right where you are. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be something like you said. You don't have to be going to church every day to just realize and know that you're famous enough if you're known by God. And just remembering that'll get you to a space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of just remembering that God is good and He's
Yes,
towards
indeed.
us, man.
And making sure you know Him.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I tell everybody all the time, you know, just make sure you have a personal relationship with them. You know, you don't have to be like everybody else tells you to be.
Right.
Just have your own personal relationship. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I could definitely do that. All right, so y'all have got much more. I mean, we got the Famous Enough. We got the Mercy line. Now, how'd y'all come up with that idea? Because I like that one too. That's one of my favorites too, is a Mercy line. How did y'all? I mean, I guess the whole aspect is how did y'all even come up with these concepts? Because of course, you know, when you look at the Famous Enough, it's probably the only one so far that's actually completely spelled out besides part of the grace.
Right.
But as far as mercy, known, and worship, what gave you the idea to like shorten those words, even though knowing people can read them and actually figure them out? Whose idea was that?
Well, I think that it's just the design is like just simple.
Yeah.
You know, you had to just take the vowels out. Right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't really like this really deep philosophy between not having or with not choosing to not have vowels and stuff with the rest of the lines and collections, but it's just a clean look and it's minimal. So our biggest thing was how could we make something simple and powerful, or simple and conversational. Everything, even around the shop, our paintings and different things that we have from the warehouse to the studio. For us, everything's about conversation. Conversation steers everything. And so if you see a shirt like Mercy, you know exactly what it says.
Right, yeah.
But it's different because it looks weird. But again, it's simple and it stands out. That sparks conversation. Famous Enough is a conversational piece. People ask, either are you famous or what does that mean? Or so everything was just really about having a conversation. And I think sometimes being Christians, you think that things have to be cheesy.
Right.
Like Jesus is the real thing, put it on the t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
But we just wanted a simple and modern approach to premium wear that anybody can feel good, you know, putting on and wearing.
I got you. Now, there's a lot of folks out there that got, you know, their own particular merchandise when it comes to whatever you call Christian apparel. I call it praise apparel. You know, whatever. What do you think separates y'all from the rest? And I know I'm not saying it's necessarily a competition, you know what I mean? Because you just get the word out, of course. It doesn't, no matter how you praise anyway. But what do you think as far as your apparel is? What separates y'all from the rest of them?
Man, I just think, man, that we strive to do everything at a high level. Like, a lot of thought goes into every image we post, every picture that we do, every concept that we build out is really thought out.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, man, we want to slap Jesus on a t-shirt and try to sell it.
Right.
But nah, it's an intentional, thought-provoking process behind. Like, for example, when you say you saw him wearing the shirt, he was like, man, what does famous enough mean? That's the whole process behind everything we create. Like, if we put Jesus on a t-shirt and you see it, you know what that means.
Right.
But famous enough, what does that mean? It's a concept that makes you think more deeply than just, you know, putting out anything trying to sell a t-shirt, man. Because our goal is to conversations around the gospel, around Jesus. That's what we're trying to promote and push. But we're trying to do it in culture in a way that you don't have to be just that everyday, like, this is what I'm gonna wear to church. I can wear this every day. This streetwear, it looks good. The cuts and styles of the tees, you know what I'm saying? So, and we source everything. Like, the hats, we don't just like have somebody embroider and make it. It's like made from scratch. It's really crafted well in a way that when you look at a New Era hat and you look at what we do, it's at the same level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and I like what you said. That's one thing I would be honest with you about wearing the apparel myself. It is casual wear. You know, you can wear it any day of the week, you know what I mean? But you're still saying something, you know what I mean? Like I dress up today, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I'm feeling myself today. I'm going with this on, you know what I mean? But that's what I like about it, because I can wear it anywhere. You know, I went to work today and folks was like, oh my God, where'd you get that shirt from? I was like, oh, you don't know? You don't know about Come on now. What you know?
Come on, boss.
So all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, you ain't got these yet? You know, type stuff. So, but everybody asked about it, and I went on ahead and had them go online before I even told them what it was. I said, you know what? Give me your phone. And I went ahead and make sure they followed you on Instagram so they can get an idea, because like you were stating, man, you can look at the picture that I'm saying and would say, but man, I'm telling you, when it comes to y'all social media, man, nobody can hold a light to y'all, man. When it comes about promoting y'all's brand and marketing, bro, I'm telling you, y'all got it, man.
Man, you know, and just kind of, you know, thinking about that, our push is, I mean, obviously, as believers, is to push Christ. Right? But it's invading culture in the process. Like, how can we like put our stamp in culture, and how can we have or create something where you have young and old, black, white, Latino, Asian. You how can we cross all of these barriers, right, with these simple pieces, yet powerful statement, shirts and hats and gear that we have, man. And that's important to us. We talk all the time, man. Sometimes when I walk in the office, I don't even make it to my office yet because we're just there in the doorway, just talking about the day, just talking about just kind of where we are, being thankful for what's happened. It's like, bro, like it's us, man. Like he's allowed us, through his grace to be where we are. That people come to our shop. It was people that came in from the Netherlands, and this is the first stop that they made when they come here from Canada, it was like from New Mexico State, Iowa State, I think, 14 kids on a road trip. It's like, and these are people from different walks of life. And God has allowed us to be the centerpiece of bringing people together. And it's amazing, man. It really is.
It's humbling.
And what's great about it too, fellas, y'all do mostly everything, right? I mean, y'all put the whole thing together. I mean, always down to the packaging. Y'all, let me tell y'all this something. When I tell you, these fellas like really got it going on when it comes to packaging and putting the thing together. When you receive yourself, trust me. I mean, detail means everything. And these cats got it, man. I'm telling you, y'all gotta follow them, especially the hats when you get in the box. Oh, bro, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let y'all because that's cold blooded. But when I say that these guys are doing it, y'all, I want y'all to check out a couple of these things because most time you look at somebody building something, you think, okay, they spend a little change, let everybody else do the work. No. Every day you go in the shop, they in there working, y'all. It's behind the scenes. They doing all of it. Of course, Gabe is taking the photos, doing the filming. Channel just being the model that he is. You know what I mean?
I'm just being good looking.
Why would you say that?
I'm just being good looking, baby.
Why would you say that? Man, we literally, bro, we released today. We released the Just Keep Praising promo video.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
But yesterday in the studio, before we shot it, I mean, he's standing in the mirror. He even turned on the bulbs to the vanity light. I said, man, you turn on the vanity lights now? Man, I just gotta make sure I'm right, man. So you just fed something right there, man. You don't know it, bro. So it's good though, man. It's environment.
Yeah.
It's we want to create an environment, bro. We left our corporate jobs to not feel like we're clocking in when we walk into our office.
Yeah.
Man. Mondays it's not a drag. It's I gotta get to the shop.
Yeah.
You gotta get there. And I don't know when I'm gonna leave on Monday.
Hey, we excited about Mondays now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I tell the people that because let me say this too, because a lot of times you can get on social media and you'll always have your favorite person, your favorite somebody you idolize, like a celebrity, whatever. And they always use like a quote to motivate you for the day. Okay, I'll be real with y'all fellas. You know what I mean? Partly of my day starts when I look at y'all stories. I'm be real because y'all having so much fun in that shop. And again, y'all doing exactly what y'all want to do. Y'all, it's love for y'all, but at the same time, y'all giving so much to the community with your clothing line because the message they get to portray and so forth and so on. Y'all gotta follow these guys. They be doing some crazy stuff in there. They got a little basketball goal in there. They be dunking on each other, y'all.
We hooping.
I mean,
now,
it be crazy.
We dunk on the interns.
Yeah, we dunk on the interns.
The teenagers that come in.
We playing basketball with everybody. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Hey, we even make customers shoot when they come in.
Yeah.
You catch
Customers got
in the right way. When you come in, you gotta take this shot.
Gotta shoot. Y'all give them a discount. They make a couple shots.
We talked about it with this guy, man, but he never quite made the shot. So we didn't have to talk about that. We had to go there, man. So, but it's cool, man. It's an environment, bro. We want people to come in and even with the stories, it's like, man, let's just show people who we are every day. So it's not like when people come in and realize that's really us. When it's not like we're doing it for Instagram or anything like that.
Right.
It's just showing how we interact and how we are with people when they come in, man. And that's a part of what we want to build. That when people see us from a distance, they feel like they're already there.
Yeah.
And now it's just about experiencing the actual shop and warehouse and studio when you come in. So,
yeah, that's what's up, man. Now I would tell you this too, Gabe. I mean, I'm not sure what you felt like the first day you picked up that camera. But it was definitely your calling.
I didn't know.
Man.
I didn't know, bro.
I don't know what happened when you picked up that poetry book. You know what I mean? That's probably just one of them bumps in the road because that camera, man, is where it's at, bro. I mean,
I was just hoping to get a good shot, man.
Yeah, your shots today, though, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, they're on point, man. So, I mean, did you go to a class? Did you study, or that's just something you just kind of use your own eye for it and you just start making it happen?
Man, when we were doing our ministry and rap and traveling, we created our own visuals. And so we spent like $1,500, I think, to buy a MacBook off Craigslist that already had programs and stuff in. Didn't know what to do with the programs, and that was over 10 years ago. And we bought this little small handheld Canon Vixia HFS10. Never forget it. This little handheld camera, man, and that's one of the things that we sold when I said I'm getting a camera. Sold that, fronted a few extra bucks, and bought my first camera from Best Buy. Didn't know what to really expect, but you know, God has made us creative, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're gonna figure it out. We've been doing it this long. Why not do it now? And start taking pictures, man.
Yeah.
We've always been do it yourself, even with the music. We used to make our own videos. We bought our own green screen. Take our own album covers and pictures. And if we couldn't afford it, we was like, we're gonna figure out how to do everything in house, man. We was we was doing it, man.
We did it.
Yeah.
So
and it's just one of those things where, and that's what YSMD, and it stands for Your Story, My Design. Yeah. And for myself, early on as a photographer, I wanted to tell the stories of other people. But in essence, what I was doing was using it as an outlet from the same pain, the same frustration that we had during those 3 years. I use it as an outlet to tell my story through other people's pictures. And most people had no idea of what I was doing until every now and then you get someone who follow Instagram and look at all the old captions and stuff. You were talking about yourself then, and that's what I was doing. And then Tim said, "Man, you know, you gotta start letting people see who you are, man."
Hey, call me by channel, man.
You channel? See, let me say this. I need to say this, man. I call him Tim.
Okay,
He kept the stage name. I was the messenger. I wasn't gonna keep going by the messenger, man. It wasn't gonna happen. So that's this whole channel Tim thing.
Okay, man. And I had to figure that out. I'm glad I didn't make a fool of myself, because I think I sent you one text. And we were talking about getting scheduled, and he said, "All right, well, good, man. I'm gonna check with Tim tomorrow and see what he said." In my mind, I'm like, "Who is Tim? Is he the cameraman? Who is Tim?" And then I had to find on Facebook, and I said, "Tim. Oh, that's okay."
He kept his name, and most people think it's Chanel anyway. So I told him just to go with Tim, but he won't listen to me, man. So yeah.
So since we talk about that, how do we come up with the name Channel?
Man, so when we was rapping in our group. we was all sitting in the dorm, man, coming up with names. And so he's like, "I'm gonna be the messenger."
Yeah, all lowercase letters too.
All lowercase.
Yeah, it had to be lowercase.
One of our other homeboys, he was Judah.
He was Judah.
I don't know what that was about.
He was Judah, yeah.
And then I came up with Channel. And so my wife, that's what she called me by, and I stick with it, man. She called me Channel. My wife called me Channel. I'm Channel. All right, so don't
I wasn't going with it.
What were you just Gabe? I was just
Gabe. I was the messenger.
Okay,
yeah. You know the angel Gabriel, man.
Right,
okay. Messenger God. So I was in line with mine. He made something.
Right.
Yeah. So
you still the messenger. I mean, when you're filming folks, you
just doing it with film, man. Telling folks stories, man. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
now,
cool.
do you have a certain inspiration when you do your photos, man? Because I know a lot of your setups, man, when you putting out the clothing and so forth, I don't know how you come up with some of them ideas, but some of them are fresh. I mean, one of the best ones I've seen was with the worship, the camo hat with the smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was Do
you have a particular inspiration that gives you that, or you just kind of going with whatever comes in your brain?
Man, when we're in the office and in the studio, we just free.
Yeah.
Just free think it, man. We don't know sometimes I may have an idea, but it's just about making it look right on screen. You can have an idea.
Yeah.
But if you can't, it's almost like early on, it's like, man, I know what I want the shot to look like, but it's just not coming out that way. And obviously that's understanding the ISO and the aperture and different things like that. But we just try to have some things that are cutting edge, man. Like that's different. And then that lets people see, and this is the story all the way through, that it doesn't matter what you do, where you come from, who you are, how limited you think you are in life or anything else, that you can do anything that you want to do. There's a guy came in the other day, and he mentioned that, man, looking at all of y'all's things, man, and what y'all do, it seemed like sometimes y'all just make up stuff to do. I said, we do. We do. We don't know what it is, but we make those things up. And it's just valuable content for people to see, man. So some of the shots we, think before, but a lot of them is kind of on the fly. Yeah. Just something that's creative.
Yeah, and again, it's so simple, man. That's what I said. When you're looking at a lot of y'all products, it's just so simple, but again, they just say so much. So now you said earlier y'all got what you just created today was Keep Praising. What was that?
Just Keep Praising.
Just Keep Praising. Okay. Y'all got any other ideas that's coming soon that y'all can kind of give the people? You want to keep under wraps until the post?
Man, we got some more ideas, but right now we've been really focused on, because the brand has been so successful over the past, since we started 3 years ago. We get a lot of questions on how we do the shoots, how we come up with content, how you build a clothing brand. And so now we're actually creating a platform on teaching people how to do it.
Okay.
How to do it themselves. Like, you don't need $10,000 to start. Like, here's what you can do to literally start in your house, start with a box and build it and grow it well. Yeah. So we sharing everything from how to manage finances to how to source, to how to shoot content, to how to do stuff DIY with your iPhone if you don't have a professional camera, to how to build up to the point to get you a professional camera, how to work with photographers, how to do every aspect of what we do. We're going to be sharing that through this platform. And so that's about to launch in probably less than a week or so. So we trying to get that up and rolling. So
y'all gonna stay busy then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing. What's good to have all this and not be able to share with somebody, you know what I mean, to get the other folks started too. Because why should there be a lot of folks reaching out to you to get that started? Man.
Yeah. And it's we've just being able to share with other people, that's really been a blessing, because I can remember the times that we wanted to get just some kind of information.
Yeah, when you're hungry, huh?
I just wanted to know what ISO stood for or what aperture was on the camera. Yeah. But the field that we're in, any creative field sometimes becomes a territorial field. And it's like I can't help you out, because if I help you out, then you take my domain, and your life. And we see it the opposite way. That's the good thing about what we do over on the other side of the warehouse, which is the studio. And we rent our studio out to other photographers, other creators, other brands come in, clothing brands, and they shoot just on the other side of the warehouse, and they shoot either with their photographer or they book me to shoot their brand products or their lifestyle shots with models. And there was a gentleman that asked me, how y'all let competition come in? It's not competition, it's a connection. Yeah. And that's the way we see it, and that's part of us invading culture. And so the studio is the back end, or the back door, so to speak, to the Art of Homage brand. And sometimes the studio is the only church that someone will ever go to.
Yeah.
Wow.
And man, if we're continuing to work hard and be excellent, then our followers are gonna support what we do. Right. Whether you're doing something well or not. So like, we want to see you. There's room, like we was talking about the other day, man. Like, now I got on some Adidas. I got on a different brand of jeans, our brand of shirt, hat. There's just so much room for other brands and other people to build companies and to do things. And so we don't see it as competition. Like you said, we see it as, man, let's help other people build and grow like we did without making the obstacles, without the obstacles that we had. We're going to show you the pain points. We're going to show you all the issues, and we're going to help you grow. And hopefully, if you work hard and stay consistent, you can build something formidable that works. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's I don't know, the building, man, and even, I mean, we're there every day, and it still hadn't changed. It's a creative space. Yeah. And we've heard it plenty of times where people like, man, I just want to come and stay. I feel inspired, being here, right. Just a creative space, inspiration, man. That inspiration, it should be contagious, man.
Yeah, and the thing about that, man, we built, like, the first 6 months was kind of tough, because we was like I'm just like, every little thing was like making me, on edge. Like, man, this dude, what is he doing? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everything was tough. And then we was like,
I felt the same way. Yeah.
Because we figuring out how to do commercial unit process. Because we went from
we were at the house
to a house full of stuff to now finding a space that's now, we got a dope space. It's 2,400 square feet. We got a studio. We got a warehouse where we ship. We got offices there. We got just a creative space. We've had artists come in and paint different stuff on there.
That mural, who did that for you? That's off the chain, man.
Her name is Hobo Dia. She's out of Tyler, and that was even
out of Thailand.
Out of Tyler, wow. And that was even pretty cool.
Tyler. Okay.
Because
cool.
We had a lot of people who wanted to be a part, of it when they realized we were looking for an artist to create some dope art. And she hadn't done anything outside of like a 16 by 24 or something along those lines. And we just said, she's the one.
Yeah.
And that's her first time doing a full wall mural.
And that whole mural tells a story exactly what y'all got going on in that shop, man. That is so tight, man.
Yeah, she even put my socks red, man. The color socks.
Now again, while this
don't do this, man.
The better looking one.
Don't do this. No, his face is just bigger. That's all that is, man. He just got a bigger face. He got a bigger face. So
yeah, man. See, this the culture we've created, man. That you come in, we come in excited. Yeah. We're going to push each other. Hey, what are you working on today? This is where I'm at. We're going to hold each other to push each other to, hey, man, you get this done. If we get this done, if we making these steps every day, it just snowballs. You look up 30 days, you doing 3 to 5 things a day. You got 150 things done on your list. Yeah. If you stay consistent and just keep working every day, I don't care if it's just one thing. Make you a small list of 4 or 5 things and just keep working that list. Keep going. Yeah. You marking off, you adding new things, you building, you growing. In 6 months, you'll be surprised at where you get if you actually just stay consistent.
You gotta apply yourself.
Yeah. And I think, to add to that, we appreciate each other's. We appreciate what we bring, to the table. Especially when you talk about business partners and your team. If you can't appreciate the strengths of other people, it's going to be hard to move forward. And so we do that, man. We inspire each other. And that's every day, and that's real talk. Yeah. And we've been doing this for 15 years together. And now, even that we're older, 35, 36 years old now, the push to get better, like, hey, bro, I want you to get better, man. This is dope. Do this. Hey, man, I want you to get better. And we just not afraid for the accountability from each other, to inspire, to push. Hey, man, dream. You want this? Go get it. Yeah. If you want to, go get it. Hey, what you doing today? How we getting it? How we making it happen? And we trust each other's work ethic, man. That things are getting done and will get done. So
and the way you see it, as far as like I say, watching your stories, y'all truly do compliment one another. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, and it's good to see that y'all still doing this. I mean, so many people get together. Temptations and the new editions of the world. You talk
about new editions earlier. B2K, and Mike,
they can't stand one. They break up. You know what I mean? So it's good that y'all keep it
together. I'm gonna say this though: if he give me one more foggy picture, because listen, I'm so now it's to where he can I get the camera set up for him. Yeah. So when it's time for me to take a photo, that's another thing. You talk about how good you look in photo. I'm the one taking the pictures. So I get the camera set up for him. And he just he got this weird little way of showing that he really don't know what he's doing. I don't need any more blurry photos. Right. That's all I want from this, man.
When we released the product of Grace with the hat.
With the black and red.
I took that.
He took the photo. I edited it.
How amazing!
But you edited it.
How amazing!
The shot was.
It's 2 shots now.
No,
I did all of them.
Okay,
he took all the shots, but I set the camera up and got it.
No. Those shots are off the. They were not.
I'm posting the behind the scenes of that tonight, bro. It was real. It's like, man, I don't know what to do with this, but I'm pushing the button.
You mentioned the Temptation. I'm glad you mentioned them because I'm gonna tell you this.
All right.
Let's hear
I might not walk out on stage if he ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
Listen to me, man. I just don't want a blurry photo.
Right.
I give you good pictures. Don't I give you good pictures, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, man, we're looking at my Facebook page. I see a lot of y'all here joining in. We sure appreciate it, man. If y'all got any questions for my boys, Chandler and Gabe, man, y'all go ahead and hit up on that Facebook page. A couple more people have tuned in. I see Maxwell's out there. Christopher Morrison is out there. Lena Boston, she says, I love you, Uncle Gabe. You're
That's
cool.
my sister. She was FaceTiming me
okay.
not too long ago. Yeah,
gotcha. Hey, all right. Let me see. My brother's out there. He said that's kingdom. Share with others so we can all win. That's for sure. Yeah. And I like how y'all was mentioning it because I'm the same way. I've talked about it several times in the show, man. You'd be amazed, man, if you turn on someone's phone, turn on a computer, turn on an app right now. Everybody and their mama got a podcast.
Yeah.
Or everybody and mama trying to do a show. I don't care who you are. You want to come on, let's come and network with one another and help build one another. That's cool by me. And if you make it before I do per se, that's all good too. Don't dim my light whatsoever.
Right.
I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
I've learned that I'm exactly
What's
where I'm
yours is
supposed
yours.
to be. What's meant for me is meant for me. What's meant for you is meant for you. So I definitely dig that, man. So hopefully y'all don't break up like them folks and y'all keep on saying together.
We've had our moments.
Learning the dance steps.
We've had our moments in college and early on.
I'm gonna tell you,
man.
I'm not the one with the ego. I'm humble around
It's
here.
anybody who says they're humble,
Right. If you have to tell that to us.
Hold on, pour my water for
Right.
You want your water, bro? You want Skittles without the S's now, man? Shoot, what you want? But nah, that's real.
Follow him on Instagram. Y'all channel just making this stuff up. Y'all gonna see all them pictures. You know what I mean? He is a true model. You know what I mean?
You did it again, man. Don't tell him that.
Come on, man. Keep doing what you do.
Man, listen, man, don't tell him.
So that's your pick.
I took that shot.
Okay.
That's me right there. Actually,
I'm the one who got his arms glowing.
No. Lotion and my editor got my arms glowing now. That's what happened, man. That's what happened.
Oh man, that's crazy. No, but that's how y'all get along now. That's what it is, man.
It's real, man.
And I'll say too, because looking at Chandler's pictures, man, because he on his pictures he do like he's serious all the time, but then when you walk in. Because I was kind of like intimidated. Okay, let's see, this cat is cool. Because I didn't know who Gabe was. I knew you because I always saw you in all the pictures.
Right.
So let me stop by here real quick and just see what these cats is about. Of course, Gabe was the first one to walk out. You know what I mean? He walked out when I saw him. We shook hands. I'm like, dude was just gleaming, like we cousins. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's the type of energy it is at the shop, man. So I hope that anybody
I do
who's
think
here,
I'm a better greeter than he is.
Better greeter?
Yeah,
Okay.
He just don't know what to say, man. I think I'm a better greeter than he is, man. Let me just say that.
Is that why you always come out first, then?
Yeah, come out first, man. Talk to the people, man.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
No, but they really some cool cats. I'm telling you, if you're here in the DFW, you can go online at artofhomage.com, get your apparel, but stop by the shop, man. Say what's up. Meet and greet them, man. They some open folks, as you can tell right now, with the laughter and so forth and so on. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all check them out. Now I know as far as what we've already seen on the show already. I'm wearing my gear, y'all wearing y'all gear, whatnot. Just recently, I'm saying about a month ago, y'all actually released the kids collection.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, let's show that clip real quick, and then we'll talk about that on the other side. All right, hang tight. Oh, yes, indeed, fam. Let me be the first one to say I am definitely glad that y'all came out with a kids collection. Let me tell you why. Every time I purchase something, my 5-year-old boy, Daddy, where mine at? When I came home with my famous enough, Daddy, where mine at? I said, I don't know, son. The braces, Daddy, where mine at? You know what I mean? Yeah. Got to worship, Daddy, where mine at? So fine, when y'all came and got that, I think I came so right away and had to get mine. So now he happy. He got his little famous enough hoodie. You know what I mean? He likes the one with the gray in the middle, smoke gray in the middle, the heather gray. So he got that. I got him a worship shirt, and I brought him some braces the other day. So yeah, nice. He waiting on his hat though. His size. The one I took the picture with, I had to tighten it up to his head. Yeah, you know what I mean?
All the way to the very last one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it took y'all a minute.
It did.
So how many requests did y'all get?
Well, I think it started from our own. So I have a 12 and 10-year-old, and then he has 2. And
my boy's 8 and 10. Same thing every day. Ooh, Daddy, you got this new hoodie? I want one.
Yeah.
Ooh, Daddy, I want this hat. Ooh, you hear it so much, and then we started getting emails. Then people start every time we post it. Do you have stuff for kids? Finally, it was like, man, we gotta do some pieces and put out for kids.
Yeah, and they're definitely some fly pieces, man. Now in that video, that was
That was
That was my youngest.
That's your youngest?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's 8 years old. He thinks he. I know this ain't the time to say this, but Michael Jackson is one of his favorite artists.
Some things going on.
Oh, it's good. We talked about Mike earlier.
He likes the dance moves, man. Like
Yeah.
I showed him Thriller one time. I just showed him the video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he started watching all the Michael Jackson choreography, and
Yeah.
now he prides himself on being the only person in the family that
Did
can
it do it?
moonwalk.
Yeah, you can get it too. You can get it too.
You still look like you was trying to hang with him in the dance.
I was
You-
trying,
you
man.
try-
Yeah, but I can't.
Look, I cannot dance at all, man. I own that. His dance moves are it's
Suspect.
Yeah,
got
Look,
the-
Lil John got him in the video. Man. Oh, he got him. It was a real dance.
It's
off.
hard for me to
Yeah.
dance on camera like that. And just like, oh, you need to come up with something.
Yeah.
But if you just turn the right track on, I'm gonna get it.
Don't-
You know what I'm saying?
Don't get it.
Are you gonna get it? You think you get it, or you really like you?
No, I'm
You'll
not-
post on Instagram and everybody will agree.
It's a
you
dad
got
dance.
it.
It's a
They
dad
call
dad
it.
dance.
They
Okay.
call it a dad dance, man. But I'll take it. I'll take the compliment.
Okay.
If I can get it.
Yeah, it's a dad dance.
Now, speaking of family, your family consists of how many?
I got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife met high school, so I've been with this girl over half my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, she the dopest one in the family.
Okay.
Then my kids are good.
You married
man.
early too.
Yeah, man.
How long you
And,
been married, man?
15 years on the 27th.
Okay.
15.
That's what's up. I just celebrated my 7th last weekend. So
And we're 14. My wife and I
14, okay.
14. Met in college. Got married. I think I was senior in college at Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got married, yeah. And so we have a 12-year-old, Emmanuel, and Gabby is 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how long again? You said 15?
15 married,
14.
20 total.
And both y'all got married in college? Or
Yeah.
When
I
did
was
you
20.
get married,
I was
man?
20, man.
I feel like, man, I
Wow.
met him like, bro, how long you been married?
Well, I
bro?
know.
Where did this start?
Well,
Yeah.
I ask that, man, because every now and again, I think it's only right to celebrate that, man. Celebrate the fact that 2 strong brothers, you know what I mean, knowing where they want to go in life, got so many ideas in their head, found their queen,
Yeah.
and she supported them. That y'all still together, because a lot of them ain't doing it. When they start making that little change, that extra coins in their pocket, they think they own the world. They ain't got to do what they got to do, which you still got to take care of home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a wonderful thing. Black love is in the building.
Yeah, man,
So,
that's my motivation, man.
Yeah.
To just provide, take care of your family, man.
Yeah.
So that's
I think both of us come from, well, you know,
Just mama.
Just mama. Just mama. There's no,
Breaking that
no,
cycle.
No dads around. It's mamas. And then you're growing up and you hoping you can find a male figure who has good intentions to pour into you to do something positive. And we both come from that, man.
yeah.
I think that's the dopest thing about kind of what we do is that our kids, my kids always say, Daddy, can we go to the building? Can we go to the office? Because they want to come around and see what we're doing. And so for my kids to be able to see that there's opportunity beyond just working for somebody else, that you can go and be an entrepreneur, create your own thing, or if there's something else that you want to do and go to college and do it, you can do it. But you have opportunity to go and do whatever it is that you set your mind to. You can go out and at least give it a shot.
Yeah.
If it don't work, it don't work. But if it fails, it's gonna lead to the next thing. Like when we were doing music, we didn't realize that all the skills that we were building, creating merch, selling the merch at the concerts and venues, just learning how to operate money and handle it. And we had some issues with that when we started, and now we've just kind of it prepared us for the next thing.
Yeah.
So now we can tell our kids, hey, go out and try it. If it don't work, at least you wasn't afraid to do it. It's gonna lead to something next. You know. What I'm saying?
And generationally, it's like we're passing on what we're doing now.
Yeah.
So now we're upgrading and getting different things in the office. So we're moving computers back to the house. And so our kids, we do this now anyway, which they take part sometimes in like some of the photo shoots and the video editing, whether it's changing colors or pushing a button here and there, but it's trying to inspire them now that they can do more, and they can become. I'm trying to imagine if I was in high school and I had a camera and knew photography in 2019.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have worked at Papa John's. I'm telling you that now. I wouldn't have worked at Six Flags.
Right.
I would have been creating like kids can do now. And so
It's so much out
Yeah,
there.
man. And we get a chance to we've had interns come in, young men, young women of different races, man, just showing them the ropes to what we're doing.
Yeah.
And trying to inspire them to go out and get it. There was a couple of guys who came in who wanted, their best friends, they wanted to have a clothing brand and they wanted to do photography. They interned with us and it wasn't long, but we just heard that they're out now. They have 2 or 3 different jogger suits out.
Wow.
And they're providing tracksuits, and they're doing this at UNT and some other campuses and stuff, and people are buying their units. So
they on campus making it happen.
That's love right there, man.
That is.
If we can, people can walk in, come in, and young guys, 18, 19, 20, and say, wow, y'all can do this. We can do it. That's the goal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, man. I'm quite sure a lot of folks appreciate that. And like I said with the Suns, we're leaving a legacy, man. And especially for us, you know, we got to make sure we're raising our kings right. You know, I mean, there's so much out there in the world that they're going to be exposed to. So we got to make sure they right before they step out, man. So it's definitely love. So, fam, I know it's almost time for us to lock this show up, fam. I wish we had an extra hour. You know, I'm enjoying talking to these fellas. But before we go, I want to ask each of y'all to leave something for the listeners, of course, and then also let them know where they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, you can check us out at Art of Homage on all social media platforms. And if it's anything I can leave, is that to trust and treasure and value God above all things. Anything material, anything that you can do, just trust God with your life, and everything else is added. It's just an addition to that.
Your Story, My Design, at Your Story, My Design. It's my portrait page. And at YSMD Studio, that's the studio page. And it's available for any creatives in the DFW area who like to rent the studio. And I would just say, put your dreams in motion. Put feet to the things that you want to do. It's one thing to talk about it, but you have to walk to get there.
Yeah.
You know, so put your dreams in motion.
Gotcha. That's what's up. Well, definitely, fellas.
One more thing. The next time I come, I want to sing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Next time I come, I'm gonna show you.
We got 3 minutes. You can sing right now.
Nah, I can't give it to
What
him
song
this
would you
time.
like me to pull up for?
Yeah, because we got
coming back.
Okay.
I gotta save something for the next time we come back. But my note is official.
Okay.
If anybody believe him, he got this one strong C note, but he hold it the whole time. So don't believe
you hear me? No auto tune.
He's been trying to sing since college, man. It's just it's not quite curling over.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, definitely, fellas, I definitely appreciate y'all coming through, man, and sharing not only your story but your light. You know what I mean? I'm quite sure there's a lot of folks online, man, enjoying this. Right now, we've been averaging, I'm going to say this because people watch my show all the time, we're averaging around 20 follows right now. So I hope all y'all who are out there shared this post, man. It's very important for people to hear, not only just hear, but see folks like themselves, 2 brothers, straight out of college, doing their thing, sticking together, making things happen, and giving what they got to the whole world. So I got my gear.
You gonna come model for us, man? You rocking this red,
that was gonna be my next question. If Channel get to sing, I get to come in there and model. You know what I mean?
Man,
so
let's
make it happen. I'm coming there and do something. I'm gonna bring my boy too. I'm gonna bring my little man in there. We're gonna make it happen. We definitely get. My wife already wants to come through and put our gear on and just take a couple shots, man. Because like I said, she loves to gear too. So she got her shirt.
Oh, y'all need to book me for a family session.
Yeah, exactly. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Of course, she still needs her headshots for her book and stuff. So yeah, we definitely gonna make it happen. So y'all make sure y'all look them up. If y'all follow me on Instagram, I've already posted several times. Go ahead and follow these cats, man. Go to artofhomage.com. Get you some gear, man. And I'm telling you, it feel good too. I mean, it's some good stuff. This ain't the family reunion T-shirts, y'all. You know them ones, them Gildens that be too big when you put them on. This is some nice fitting gear. The hats are cool, man. The bracelets are cool. Now I didn't see them, but I saw you wore some socks too. Or that was just particular for you to work some socks?
We sold out and haven't re-upped on new designs. And
But they got sweatsuits. My brother just bought a whole sweatsuit, man. Just grab it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah. So if you, like I said, if you don't praise every day, just say it with your chest.
It's love.
It's love right there. All right, so appreciate y'all, family. Y'all know we'll be back at the first week of April, fam. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked. I'm trying to get some more guests come through. We're gonna have a good time. Ronnie B will be back off of vacation. And so once again, y'all, give it up for these fellas right here, man. All y'all on Facebook, thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, before we log off, please share this post. Somebody might need to be inspired, man. We want to make sure we give love to as many people as possible. Thank y'all for supporting me, supporting these guys. And hey, we'll holler. They left you with a little something. I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with, family. And that is faith and doubts have one thing in common. And that is they both believe in a future that has not happened yet.
Wow.
So when it all falls down, who you gonna roll with? Here at the Redboi Radio Show, we ride with faith. Peace.